Methamphetamine, commonly known as meth, has various names, including glass and crystal. Although some people think meth is a new drug, it's important to know that it was actually created in 1887. Where was it made? Well, it was in Germany, but this time it wasn't the Germans who invented it. A Romanian named Lazar Edeleanu created this substance in Germany. For many years, meth remained relatively unknown until World War II. During the war, German laboratories revisited meth and determined it was highly useful in combat because it could provide soldiers with an enormous amount of energy and make them fearless. On the other side of the world, the Japanese also used meth during the war. They gave it to kamikaze pilots to remove their fear, so they would crash their planes into American ships. When World War II ended, methamphetamine didn't disappear. Instead, it entered pharmacies as a treatment for various illnesses. Anyone who wanted to lose weight could easily get a meth prescription. Sure, they would lose weight, but it was destroying their health. Meth was also prescribed for diseases like Parkinson's, even though meth itself can cause Parkinson's. In short, back then, doctors prescribed meth for anyone who was tired or complained about their workload, such as truck drivers. By the 1960s, this drug found its way onto the streets, and many people started using it. Even the Beatles, the most famous rock band in the world, were influenced by meth, unaware of the poison they were putting into their bodies. The first country to ban meth distribution was the United States, led by President Richard Nixon in the late 1960s. However, this ban didn't reduce meth use. In fact, it drove it underground, as many people were already addicted. As a result, drug cartels began producing meth in Mexico to smuggle it not only into the US, but all over the world. And, of course, this problem continues to this day. Nixon's ban on meth did not decrease its use. Instead, meth use skyrocketed. By 2018, statistics showed that 15 million Americans were using meth. However, don't think it's only Americans using it. Meth is widely used worldwide, but only the US keeps detailed statistics. Other countries don't. If you pay attention to movies, cocaine and ecstasy aren't shown in such a bad light, but meth is portrayed as very dangerous. Yet, meth use is more prevalent than both of these drugs, largely because it's cheap and abundant, whereas cocaine and ecstasy are expensive. This is why most meth users come from lower social classes. They use it because it's affordable. However, this doesn't mean that the more expensive drugs are any better. The dangers and problems of all these drugs are the same. But meth is made to look scarier, while the others are portrayed as cool. This is the work of films and drug cartels. Journalists from Vice bravely approached the cartels in Mexico to uncover how they get people addicted to meth. They revealed that the cartels go into poor areas and distribute meth for free to get everyone hooked. However, they only do this for a month in a neighborhood. After that, it's no longer free. In this way, an entire neighborhood becomes addicted, and the cartels gain 10,000 new meth customers. They said they always start their marketing in poor areas, but don't think this method is only used in Mexico or the US. It's happening in many other countries as well. Vice reporters showed that in a poor area with 130 houses, 110 of them had meth users. If we want to examine the addiction problem in the US, alcohol is the #1 issue, followed by meth. It's the same in Mexico. In some countries, alcohol is the top problem, while in many other countries, meth takes the lead. Do you know what the Golden Triangle is? It's a region between Laos, Thailand, and Myanmar. This area is controlled by drug cartels that used to be the hub for heroin production. However, after the Soviet occupation of Afghanistan in the 1990s, opium and then heroin production moved to Afghanistan, and the Golden Triangle became focused solely on meth production. This has led to the surrounding countries having a significant number of meth users. Thailand, in particular, has the highest meth use relative to its population, followed by Laos and Myanmar. One of the reasons Thais are such heavy meth users is because work in Thailand is very demanding, and many people start working from a young age. While working, they learn that meth gives them energy, it's cheap, and it keeps their bosses happy because they work like robots without getting tired. But this effect is short-lived, only until meth wears them down. The Philippines, being close to these countries and with a large population, also caught the attention of the cartels, who wanted to spread meth there. However, President Rodrigo Duterte of the Philippines introduced a law stating that anyone caught using meth would be executed, not taken to court or prison, but shot on the spot. The meth distribution cartels began their operations in the U.S. and then expanded to Mexico and Latin America. Now, they're targeting Asia and plan to enter Europe through Greece because it appears the cartels have found many customers there. The first time meth consumption statistics were taken in Greece was in 2009, following the 2008 economic recession, which left Greeks poor and struggling. Cartels look for such opportunities and began their activities in Greece, using the same method of initially distributing meth for free. Unfortunately, Vice's research shows that meth is spreading worldwide, and the cartels are focusing on lower social classes with plans to eventually reach the upper classes. The COVID-19 pandemic caused economic damage globally, and drug cartels took advantage of this to increase their customer base. Never say yes to any drugs, and never try them, because many people fall into the trap just by trying them. One interesting thing I want to share is that we mentioned how meth was given to many soldiers during World War II. It's fascinating to know that even Hitler used meth. Back then, they thought it was a good thing. If you watch Hitler at the 1936 Olympics, you'll see how much energy he had and how he couldn't sit still. But if you look at him a few years after the Olympics, you'll see that he had severe Parkinson's symptoms, clearly due to meth use. Once again, I urge you never to try any drugs, because now that you know the cartels, you know they have no mercy. We are Zootopia. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.